Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, here's the thing, because I feel like I'm gonna be a little bit hypocritical by this podcast episode, but no, I overall wanted to talk on some forms of content that I will see from time to time on YouTube. And it always has something to do with like some sort of electronic and things. Like, for an example, I know the latest phone that I just got. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. But anyways, no, but like for an example, the phone that I just got, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. I've been seeing videos online, people saying like, oh, 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy this phone, 10 reasons why you shouldn't buy this phone, why this phone's the worst phone of the year. Like, you'll see things like that, right? And my thing is this, this is how I feel. I feel like that if a person is going out of their way to look up all these things about whatever product you're trying to buy, you might as well take a chance on it. If you waste your money on it, you waste your money on it. It is just a life lesson that and I know people are probably like, I don't want to go through all of that, so I watch these videos. But that's the thing though, with those videos, I had to say, like, for me, because I like the phone, but I guess like my taste in stuff is different from other people's taste. That's just a God-given thing for everybody. But I just don't understand where it's like you will go through the trouble of talking about something that you don't like. And my thing is this, I feel like that to those individuals, like to somebody like myself, where, and I did the podcast episode where I talked on all the crappy phones that I've had throughout the time of me ever having like a cellular device. I've talked on all the different types of like crap phones I've had. And so in my opinion, this is by far the best phone that I've ever had. And I feel like those that will say, oh, well, this phone, it does this or this doesn't. Because the one video I did see where the guy was like, he didn't like the fact that you can't use, so the phone comes with like a pin, and he was saying that it was something that I had seen for myself too, but you can't use the pin for the front screen. You can only use it for when the phone is like opened up and stuff on the much more bigger screen. And yeah, he was like, he didn't like the fact that that was like one of the things that wasn't added to this phone, and he was like, oh well, maybe it might be added to the next year's phone. But it's like, bruh, does it matter? Like my thing is this, because I always seen like when phones would come out with those pins, and I think even with some of the phones that I had back in the past, that I think pins were compatible with it, but I never was like, oh, I can't, because I'm so used to not using the pin. Like, I have to, like, force myself to use the pin at times. So, if you're talking to an individual, and this is what I just overhaught to say about those people real quick. They'll come out and make those videos like 10 reasons why you shouldn't buy the Xbox, 10 reasons why. Because they've most likely have had so many good things in their life to where stuff like that, and I could be wrong, but stuff like that, yeah, they're going to nitpick at it. They're going to nitpick at, oh, well, the PlayStation 5 doesn't have any wired controllers. Okay? Like, and placing myself in the same example that I'm currently in with, like, cell phones and stuff. Well, if you've always played on a wireless controller, and then, then they introduce a wire controller, you're going to be like, well, I'm so used to this. So, and that's why overall the point I was making with my phone, is that I'm so used to using my fingers that, at times I forget that I have the pin. Yeah, the pin is there, but I don't really use it as much. So, it's things like that where it's like, hey, if there's, some true legitimate issues, with the product, then okay, then come out and trash talk it and stuff like, oh, the phone is flimsy, it broke after a week, there's this issue with it, there's that issue with it. But if you're talking on some stuff where it's like, okay, do you really think people are gonna sit there like, oh, well, I've always have had crap phones, now that this phone, it can't use the pin on the front screen, oh, therefore I can't buy it. Nah, man, it's stuff like that where it's like, bruh, I'm telling you right now, there's people talking on myself too, but there's people in this world that has had some crap products before, stuff like that, they're not going to care about. And like I said, yeah, I seen it for myself. I actually had seen it prior before I had watched that video, how you couldn't use that pin. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, that's tough, I guess. Like, I don't know, maybe they can issue out an update, or I don't know. Like, I don't know how that would be able to get fixed and things. But anyways, but yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm not thinking about that. I'm like, I'm just happy with the fact that I got me probably the best phone that I've ever had in my whole life. I'm like, I could care less about like little minor features like that and stuff. So, but anyways, and then what are some other things I've seen? But it's like, it's, you know, you'll see that with stuff though, where it's like they'll talk on why you shouldn't get this product. Now, like, you know, with some products I can understand, like I get it and things. Like, for an example, and I'm not even trying to like trash on iPhones, but if I were to see that video on the iPhone where there's like, 10 reasons why you shouldn't get, and they even kind of like mentioned it a little bit in the video that I seen with the Fold 4, but they was like, oh, it's like pretty much identical to the last phone. So like if you have the last phone, then there's no reason of getting the new one. And look, I know there's people out there where it's like they're rich, they got money. If they really want the new version, they could go out and afford and buy them. Yeah, if they can afford the new version, they're gonna go out and buy it. They're not gonna be on some stuff where it's all like, oh, I can't, or I ain't got, well, not so much as like they don't have money, but they're all like, well, I'm watching this video and stuff and they saying this, so I'm not gonna get it because of what some random YouTuber then told me. No, if they really wanted that phone, they're gonna go out and get it. So that's why I'm like, if it's like some stuff that got like true legitimate issues with it, then, you know, it's like a 50-50, in my opinion, it's a 50-50 chance on whether or not that product is going to be buyable or not. Like, because my thing is this, I can talk on something being good, but a lot of people around me will say that it's bad. For an example, I remember years ago, when it was like around the time when I had started my gaming channel, and there was this video game that came out on Steam. It's like called like AX Xeon or something like that. I don't know. It was like AXION. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I think that's how it was spelled. But anyways, it was like this survival game, and it had like it was a decent game. I'm not gonna lie and say that it was bad, but that was just my own personal opinion. I kid you not, people were getting mad at me for saying that the game was good. And I'm like, fam, it is my personal opinion on this game being good. If you don't like the game, then that's on you. But like, fam, I'm speaking for myself. So like, I can understand like if there's a content creator that's doing something like that where they're speaking for themselves and they're all like, why I personally don't like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. But if they're trying to like go in like 10 reasons why you shouldn't buy it, like, then yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm bringing up, like, you know, this video game and stuff. But I'm like, I'm talking for myself. Like, I could care less what you like and don't like. And I've tried, bruh, I'm telling you, throughout the years of me being a content creator, and especially in like the recent, or especially since 2015 when I really started taking content creating seriously, people try to like push that on you so much that their opinion matters. And I'm like, I'm gonna break it down to a lot of people. It doesn't. Your opinion does not matter. Me saying that the game is good, I'm not expecting people to watch that video and then they have like an assumption on this game already by just what I said. And I'm like, no, I don't want people to think like that. I want people to think for themselves. If they see that I'm having fun with the game, then I'm like, okay, then that's them on what they're seeing. But I don't want them to take that, copy it down, and they got to mimic the same thing, you know, for when they play the game and stuff, or if they decide to make videos or streaming it or something. But I'm like, that's on them. Then I'm like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm playing this for myself. So like when people was getting on me for that, or when I remember there was another time where, okay, so I guess I'm like somewhat contradicting myself, but there was a time when I had played a video game called War Thunder, and I played it on console, and beforehand I played it on PC. And so I had more fun playing it on PC than I did on console. And I remember when I think it was like the first time I had played it on console, I made a video. It was all like, I'm titling it like, don't play War Thunder on console or something. And yeah, another video where it's like a bunch of people was like getting on me about it and stuff. And yeah, I guess like I can, you know, somewhat understand, but at the same time, I'm like, I guess like I maybe should have just titled that video differently. So I'll admit that's a mistake. That was my fault. I didn't realize what I was doing when I titled. But I'm like, when you're mad at a video game, you ain't really thinking. So like, but I just, that's the thing though, where it's like, comparing a video game to a brand new like $1,700 phone and stuff, like I just feel like it's not really a fair comparison and stuff, because, and I know people probably would ask like, well, why is it not a fair comparison? Where it's like, with a video game, I feel like it has like its similarities and things, but I feel like with a video game, like you're bound to rage more on that than a phone that just came out like maybe, when did this phone come out? And when it War Thunder, it's like more so about like how long stuff has been out. So I kind of see it as this, where it's like maybe if both of these like things had came out at the same time and one was a little bit more advanced than the other, or if they were, regardless of like where, like when they came out, but just more so like talking on what are the words I'm trying to say? Because I'm not trying to mess up on this podcast episode and then have to redo the whole thing all over again. I'm trying to avoid doing that now with my podcast episodes. I'm like, my thing is like, look, I mess up, y'all just gonna hear my mess ups, all right? But anyways, but no, like overall, well, I guess no, like, so going back to what I was saying, it's like, if both products did come out at the same time and one was better than the other, then I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, something's going on here. Why is this product? But that's not the case. Plus, it's in two different genres. One is a cellular device, another one's a video game. But anyways, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 release date. It came out. Wait, what? Buy now, Samsung. Nah, all new. Wait a minute, hold on, time out. I was just trying to. When did the Z Fold? Oh, so it came out in August. It came out towards the. What are they talking about? Buy it for $8.99. What you mean buy it for $8.99? That's crazy. Why is it cost so cheaper on here for $8.99? $8.99. 1,000 off when you activate a new line. Bruh, somebody. Nah, I gotta talk to some people. I'm like, nah, something ain't adding up. Maybe it's because like all the like stuff that it come. That's weird though. That's some weird stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I'll have to 7 with eligible trade in. That's weird. Oh no, so actually it is $17.99. I don't know why they saying that's like $8.99. That's weird. That's confusing. But yeah, that came out. Okay, so that came out this year. War Thunder. That game came out release date 2012. All right. So yeah, like maybe if this phone had came out in 2012 and like, but it was like of this one though, like, and it doesn't have any issues. I'm like, so far with this phone, I haven't noticed any issues with it. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's like, with a phone that just recently came out, and then like, okay, if there are issues with it, it's like, okay, well, give it some time. And then eventually, I think when I had did that video, I played War Thunder. Hold on for a second. Let me find that video real quick. Because I did that years after the game had came out. So, War Thunder, 7 years ago, 5 years. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I played it on PS4. And I did that video in 2017, so that was like 5 years after the fact that it came out. And my thing is this, and I think more so on why I was so upset with that game was because of the controls in there. And I'm like, bruh, with a game that's been out for all this time and it's like controls just feel so weird and things, I'm like, or there's just not, it just wasn't good gameplay. I'm like, nah, bruh, I'm like, that, no. So I guess like, yeah, there's people out there that overall like the game and stuff, so I'm like, I just, well, I guess like more so they will be in my position with this phone right now. If I sit down and reevaluate the situation and stuff, like I guess I'm that individual that's doing that. So no, I'm like, all right, so I guess like a part of me can like understand, where the person is coming from when they do videos like, oh, don't or 10 reasons on why you shouldn't buy this phone and stuff. But I'm like, I guess more so, like, I just know now, I'm like, when I do videos like that, I'm speaking more so for myself. Like, I'm never gonna play it on console again, rather than saying like, don't buy it. So I just think it's like on how you word things and stuff. But Yeah, but the funny thing is though, like, you know, with those individuals like talking on myself with War Thunder and the people that do the videos on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, we still got the product. I didn't buy it because War Thunder was free. So, but with the Samsung phone and stuff, the Fold 4, y'all bought that phone. So like that's the part that trips me out, is like you guys went and spent $1,700 on the phone to say that you didn't like it. I at least said I didn't like a game and the game was free. So like that's some. But I mean, yeah, there's been times where I've bought in games and they haven't been good too, and I just know not to invest in those companies no more. So I think that's more so what the individual should do, rather than coming out in a video talking about 10 reasons why you shouldn't buy. Because I know when I released my video, like, of me talking on the Fold 4, I'm saying I'm liking it. If people comment on the video talk about, oh well, this phone got this issue with it and that, I ain't even trying to hear it. I'm like, I ain't seen no issues with it. I'm like, whatever you experience, that's on you, bruh. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and we'll knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.